A-jax, the story of the classic arcade game ****. A-jax, also known as Typhoon in Japan, is a vertically scrolling shoot 'em up arcade game developed and published by Konami in 1987. Released during the golden age of arcade gaming, A-jax was one of many titles that contributed to the popularity of the shoot 'em up, also called shmup, genre, which is characterized by fast-paced gameplay, numerous enemies, and a heavy emphasis on reflexes and precision. Setting and plot. The story of A-jax revolves around the classic sci-fi trope of defending the Earth from an alien invasion. Players are cast as elite pilots in control of advanced fighter jets tasked with saving the planet from an overwhelming alien force. While the game's story is simple, it's effective in creating the intense, high-stakes action that players expect from a shmup. The year is set in a futuristic timeline, where extraterrestrial invaders have launched a massive attack on Earth, aiming to wipe out humanity. The player's job is to take control of two powerful vehicles, a futuristic jet and a helicopter, to drive back the alien threat and restore peace. Gameplay overview. A-jax stands out because it offers a mix of gameplay styles. Most of the game takes place in a vertical scrolling perspective, similar to many traditional arcade shooters of the time, but it also includes sections where the player controls a helicopter in a pseudo 3D third-person view, which was quite innovative in the late 80s. 1. Fighter Jet Mode, Vertical Scrolling. In the jet sequences, the game uses a top-down perspective, which was typical for shooters of the era. Players control a futuristic aircraft, and the goal is to blast enemies out of the sky while dodging an unending barrage of projectiles. Enemies come in waves, including smaller crafts, tanks, and larger boss ships that take significant effort to destroy. Power-ups are scattered throughout the stages, giving players the ability to upgrade their weapons and improve their chances of survival. 2. Helicopter Mode, Third-Person View. What makes A-jax unique is the inclusion of the helicopter levels. These sequences switch to a third-person view with a behind-the-helicopter camera angle. In these levels, players navigate through 3D rendered environments while fending off enemy attacks. These sections were groundbreaking for the time, showcasing impressive graphics that pushed the arcade hardware to its limits. In both modes, the game maintains its fast-paced, challenging nature. A-jax is a game that demands quick reflexes, precision, and a strategic approach to managing enemies and firepower. The combination of different perspectives and gameplay styles helped it stand out from other arcade shooters of the late 80s. Weapons and power UPS. As in most shoot 'em up games, power-ups are key to success in A-jax. The player can collect various items that enhance their firepower and defense. Main cannon upgrades. Players can upgrade their standard cannon to more powerful weapons that fire faster and cover a wider area. Bombs. In addition to the main weapon, players can drop bombs to clear out large groups of enemies or take out powerful ground-based foes. Special weapons. Occasionally, players will find special power-ups that temporarily grant them incredible firepower, helping them tackle the tougher sections of the game. A-jax also employs a life system, where players lose a life if they take a hit from an enemy or collide with an obstacle. Once all lives are depleted, the game is over unless the player inserts more coins to continue. This continue system was standard in arcade games, encouraging players to keep feeding the machine with quarters to reach the end of the game. Levels and boss battles. A-jax is divided into several stages, each with its unique setting and array of enemies. The stages range from futuristic cityscapes to outer space environments, with both air and ground enemies attacking the player from all directions. Each level ramps up the difficulty, forcing players to adapt to new challenges and enemy patterns. At the end of most levels, players face a massive boss enemy. These bosses are usually heavily armed and require the player to figure out their attack patterns in order to defeat them. The bosses vary in design, from huge alien crafts to robotic war machines, adding a level of excitement and tension to the gameplay. Graphics and sound. One of the standout features of A-jax is its graphics. For a game released in 1987, A-jax utilized impressive sprite designs and backgrounds that made the environments feel vibrant and alive. The pseudo 3D helicopter sections were particularly notable, showing off Konami's skill in pushing the limits of arcade technology at the time. Explosions, enemy designs, and the overall art direction contribute to the intense atmosphere of the game. The soundtrack of A-jax is filled with adrenaline-pumping tunes that match the action on screen. The music, combined with the sound effects of gunfire, explosions, and power-ups, creates an immersive experience that heightens the excitement of the gameplay. Konami, known for its high-quality sound design, didn't disappoint with A-jax. Each level has its unique theme, and the boss fights are accompanied by more intense music that adds to the thrill of the encounter. Reception and legacy. Upon its release in 1987, A-jax received a warm reception from arcade goers. Players were drawn to its challenging gameplay, unique level designs, and innovative use of both vertical scrolling and third-person helicopter levels. The mixture of perspectives was considered innovative for its time and offered a refreshing take on the shmup genre. However, while A-jax was popular, it did not achieve the same level of success as other Konami titles, such as Gradius or Contra, which became household names in the arcade and home console markets. Nevertheless, A-jax developed a cult following among fans of classic arcade games, particularly those who appreciate the shoot 'em up genre. In later years, the game has been re-released in various collections of classic Konami arcade games. This has allowed a new generation of players to experience A-jax and appreciate its place in the history of arcade gaming. Conclusion: A-jax, released by Konami in 1987, stands as a classic example of the golden age of arcade games. Its unique blend of vertical scrolling and pseudo-3D gameplay, combined with its challenging levels, power-ups, and memorable boss battles, made it a standout title for shoot 'em up fans. Though it may not have reached the iconic status of some of Konami's other arcade hits, A-jax still holds a special place in the hearts of retro gaming enthusiasts. Its influence can be seen in the way it experimented with different gameplay perspectives, a feature that was ahead of its time in the late 80s. Today, it remains a beloved piece of Konami's arcade legacy and a must-play for anyone interested in the history of the genre. Release date: A-jax was first released in arcades in Japan on August 1987. It later made its way to other regions, including North America, where it was welcomed as part of the era's surge in shoot 'em up titles. If you liked the video, subscribe, like, and write to me in the comments, what do you want to be the next arcade game that we will learn the story of? Until next time, be well.